Hi guys, Dr. Ram here. I listened to a podcast recently. It's a podcast is How I Built This, and they profiled a rapper named Logic. Now, I don't listen to a lot of rap music, but I listened to How I Built This. So I listened to that particular podcast, and they shared some really interesting information. Specifically, they talked about one particular song by Logic called 1-800-273 8255, and that number is the number of the National Suicide Hotline, and it's actually a very emotional song. In fact, when Logic performs it live, they described how members of the audience will commonly just break down in tears, and they're not able to stand, and they literally just collapse because they get so emotional from listening to this song. So with that kind of description, I felt compelled to go watch the music video online, and it's a really emotional song, I must say. And to give you a brief synopsis of what happens in the video, it profiles the growth of this young black young child, and it shows him growing up, and he's in high school. And he happens to be homosexual, and his father finds out that he's gay and kicks him out of the house. And he goes over to his boyfriend's house, and his boyfriend's father finds out what was going on and also kicks him out of the house. And it's a really emotional part of the video, and I got choked up listening to it myself. And in fact, what happened is there's a reaction video to that music video, and it said that 10% of the general population is actually homosexual. But however, amongst the teen homeless population, 40% of the teen homeless population is actually homosexual. So this is actually a pervasive issue of maybe young teenagers coming out of the closet and getting kicked out of the household, or their parents finding out that their child is homosexual and kicking them out of the household. So 40%, up to 40% of the homeless teen population belongs to the LGBTQ community. And when I was watching this video, actually before I get to that, I highly encourage you to watch the video. I won't tell you how it ends up, so it'll give you a little teaser to end up. Hopefully you'll be convinced to watch the video yourself. So while I was watching the video, I kept on thinking, why could you hate someone for something they didn't even choose, right? This young man didn't choose to be black. This young man didn't choose to be homosexual. I didn't choose to be Indian, right? So how could you hate me for something I didn't even choose? It's not like I filled out some form before I was born and chose to be a certain race, or chose to be a certain gender, or chose to be a certain way, right? Just like this young man didn't choose to be homosexual. So it doesn't make any sense to me to hate someone for something they didn't even choose. If you're going to hate at all, which you shouldn't to begin with, but if you're going to hate at all, hate me for something that I did choose, like hate me for the music that I listen to or the way I dress. That is something I chose, right? But of course, I'd like to propose an alternative that we shouldn't hate at all, right? The fact of the matter is, we should focus and love people for what we do appreciate about them. If you look from a medical perspective, from a genetic perspective, we are 99.9% genetically the same. That's right, we're 99.9 genetically identical to all the people around us. But yet, somehow we're blinded by our differences. We're blinded by the 0.1%, and we can't seem to see what we all have in common, the 99.9%. So instead of focusing on what makes us different, why not focus on the things we have in common, or the things we appreciate about other people? If you suffer from depression, or you know someone who's suffering from depression, I urge you to subscribe to my blog at www.drram.co. In the coming weeks, I'll be blogging intensively on the subject of depression. And the fact of the matter is, it is a multifactorial illness that affects 300 million people worldwide. In fact, it is now the #1 cause of disability worldwide. So it is a pervasive issue that affects a wide array of people around the world. So I will be blogging about it intensively, and so I'd urge you, please subscribe to my blog at www.drram.co. I'll put that link in the description box below, and please share this video with anyone you might know that might be suffering from depression. And be sure to go watch that video. It's 1-800-273-8255. It is a highly emotional video. Be sure to keep a tissue box next to you before you watch that video. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Bye.